Welcome to my video here. I'm going to unbox this Mastercraft. Got this one from Canadian Tire. I'm sure it's branded in other places under a different name. They're all pretty similar, but not. This is a 3-gallon air compressor. If you're looking for the product number, it's 0581290-6. And I think I'm sort of at the point where I found the best of both worlds here. I own several air compressors actually, so stick around. I have some really good advice here on what air compressor should I buy, like what is right for me. And we're gonna get into that. I'll just get it out of the box and then we'll start talking. Alright, so we have it out of the box here. And I guess a few things to note right off the start. The main connector, it is a quick release connector. So we'll give that a try. That's good. We'll talk about connectors. Has the gauges on here. And also I'll do some talking about in the next video when we get the air hoses and stuff hooked up. It has a couple gauges on here. It has a regulator so you can adjust the pressure. That is a very important feature. And just the tank pressure. There's a release valve on here too if you need to release the air out of it. Actually has some air in it. Well, anyways, and moving over to the other side, this is basically like the power switch here. Nice switch on there. It's a pressure switch basically. And of course the cord. The cord's not all that long, but it's I'm gonna say it's probably at least 6 feet or so. And okay, so I'm gonna get my other little air compressor and show you the difference. And we're gonna talk about why my old one actually failed, but I did fix it. So we'll get into the pointers. Again, this is just a basic review. My next video, I'm really going to get into some details about using air tools, connectors, how to set things up properly so it works. But I just want to give you some more advice here. Now, my original little air compressor, I have this one here. I've had it for several years, and really what happened with this one, it actually failed, and you're thinking, well, why would you buy another one from the same company? Why would you do that? Well, I think in part it was my fault because here, I'm up in Canada. It gets very cold here in the winter, and of course in the winter when it gets cold in Canada, that's when if you have a tire on your car, if it has any flaw, it will start leaking like crazy. So basically I believe what happened with this, I fired it up when it was cold outside, and the little cylinder in here, since these are oilless, it is actually like a rubber ring in the piston. And basically what happened, it's cold and the rubber, I think it just destroyed itself. I did take it apart. I managed to fix it somewhat. But I did a lot of work with this compressor. It was good for doing all the trim in my house. I used this one, it was great. So, but it's acting up. So I decided to go out and I got this one for basically the same price as the old one. And one thing I noticed right away, it's much more robust. I mean, the old one is a 2-gallon, this is a 3. Both of them have like a nice pressure regulator. We'll get into talking about that in another video. And the overall pressure gauge there. This one has a nice pressure switch on the back. This one doesn't, it's sort of automated, I don't know. I bet this one I can adjust this. If it's not putting out the right pressure or going up to the max, you can probably adjust this switch. This is non-adjustable, and honestly, this one's supposed to be rated at 100 PSI. It never achieved that, and there's no way to correct that situation. It always got up to about 90 and then it stopped. This one's rated at 125 PSI. It's a benefit if you the more pressure you have in the tank, the little bit more robust it will be. It will help you out. We'll get into those details, but again, it's just a quick overview. This one, it does not come with any accessories or even a hose, but again, I got it at a really good price, so we'll correct that. And actually, in the end, it'll be better because I can use proper diameter hose. The old one comes with, it's a very small diameter hose, which means it really restricts airflow. But again, it did work. If you're just an individual that wants to fill up your car tire once in a while, that's perfect. And I think this is going to really serve, for a general homeowner, sort of handy person like myself. It's going to work great. Now, really, these things are not designed for running like heavy-duty air tools like impact wrenches. You certainly don't want to use like a full-size paint sprayer or something. Like if that's the kind of thing you want to do, that's not going to work for you. Even my larger air compressor I have out in the garage, it even struggles doing paint with an air sprayer. Now, if you have one of those little mini air sprayers, if you're like an art type person or a detail person, with those small ones, this might work perfect. It would work perfect. So, but generally speaking, it's great for general stuff, filling up tires, filling up, your swimming pool, if it's one of those ones that has the air ring on it. Of course, all the interior stuff you're doing with, nail guns and stuff like that, it'll work fine. I mean, this will even work on impact wrenches, but it doesn't make sense because it doesn't have that volume. Initially, it will work, it might get you started, but the air compressor is just going to run all the time. And if you're doing that kind of thing always, or it's what you want it for, don't get this. But for general stuff, it's going to be a great little fit for us here. And well, there you have it. I mean, the most notable thing, the difference between these two, really, I'm looking at also the cylinder size, the head up here. It is like, honestly, it's hard. I can't show you the other one. It's all covered, but it's like at least 4 times the size. The motor is like huge. The old one just has it's a little teeny weeny motor in there. It's like this one's like a grasshopper, and this one's like I don't know, how would I compare it? Maybe a rabbit, because rabbits give her, right? So I think it'll be good. Anyways, I hope you stick around for the next video that I'm going to do. I'm going to get out a hose. I picked one up at a garage sale for cheap, and I got a good deal on some connectors and stuff. So I'm going to show you how to put that stuff together so things work properly. And you know what? You might think, well, I don't know, get a hose and get some things and away you go. There's more to it than that. So I hope you enjoyed the video and just sort of gave you a little look at what you're going to get and sort of what you want to use it for. Think about it. Honestly, for me, I do have a bigger air compressor, but this one, I'd be using this one probably 95% of the time for the things that I do. Anyways, take care, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications, then you'll know when I get the next video up. If I'm talking about air compressors more, I have several hundred product review videos. None are, I don't get paid for them. So if I don't like something, if something doesn't work, I'm telling you. So I'm not bought. Enjoy the video.